And welcome everybody. Robert Adducci here, apparently with Tweety Bird, or
Tweety
also
Bird
known
indeed.
as Tim Brown, Timothy Brown, our studio director.
Hi, how's it going, everybody?
Hey, so let's talk about Ulysses World's news. So what have we been up to, Tim?
Oh, well, what haven't we been up to? Lots of things going on at Ulysses, of course. Despite the world situation, things are going good in the games business, and our releases are such that on both sides, we feel like we're catching up on a lot of our commitments to fans who have backed a lot of our projects. We had a very nice core team meeting this morning where we talked about how many of our crowdfundings are finally moving through production and getting out to people, and therefore, what are our next steps for Fading Suns and other lines? So we'll talk about that as we get going. Other things we're up to, though, of course, we're still planning for the Ulysses Con Las Vegas out here where I'm at in April this coming year. Had a really great meeting with Misty and the team there at the Artisan Hotel, which is just a wonky place. It's going to be so much fun. And we talked a lot of details about how we want to move certain furnishings around and make certain different spaces useful for gaming, and a lot of how we're going to run the meals and things like that. I'm going to get over there for a tasting here soon after this, but yeah, that meeting went really well. It helped reinvigorate me as to how cool and fun that whole event is going to be, and where we're going to put the media room and all this other stuff.
Hmm.
Got to go to the chapel again, which is always always
Yeah,
exciting.
that was a cool spot for sure.
Yeah, so yeah, all of that is coming along, folks. We're getting our planning together, and we're hoping right after the first of the year to be able to commit and launch that so everybody can get their space and make their reservations, and plan on coming to Ulysses Con Las Vegas in April. So hope to see you there.
Yeah, and I just put the link in the chat for our Ulysses Con Vegas interest form. So please fill that out and let us know what you think about the con and what you would like to see there. In addition, along the same lines as playing games with us, we've also been talking about doing a monthly sort of weekend con, and you can expect some more details of that next week. Next week we'll be putting out more details, letting you know when those are going to start and how you can get involved.
Terrific. So on to products. The Aventuria situation is as it was. Our next crowdfunding for that, we're still trying to better prepare that and make some more materials available to people who can help us spread the word about how cool a game Aventuria really is. I know that some of you are waiting for that, so just be assured that we're moving forward, and a lot of that takes time, and we're trying to get sample copies out to the right people and things like that. All of which is a little bit slowed by the world situation, but we're on top of it and getting that all under control. So Aventuria is very much on our mind, as we hope it is on yours, and we're moving forward to make that happen. For the Dark Eye, I know that Tayo has finished editing Theater Nights 4, and he is working on number 6. 5 is with some people for a second editing pass, and GOA is
Gods of Aventuria.
basically Gods of Aventuria is basically finished and ready to print. The starter set is still being edited, and the layout is in progress. So that's what's going on the production side. What are we doing for streams with the Dark Eye?
Yeah, so every Tuesday at 5:30 Eastern Time, WebDM plays the Dark Eye Adventures in Aventuria, and that's been going up, on a weekly basis. In case you missed it, episode 5 is live on YouTube now, so definitely check those out. They've been doing, they've had great shows, great audience participation and turnout, so it's been fun. Moving along, we've got Myth: Dawn of Heroes. The World Book is now available as a PDF, and for the previous incarnations of Myth, for the Journeyman, Eric has recently sent us an update. He said that the stretch goal minis are now in production. We don't know how long it'll be until they're finished, but when they are and on their way to Germany and the US, we'll have a final reminder to check addresses before we start those in distribution.
Yeah, I know that's very much in progress. We're in contact with the manufacture of those miniatures on a daily basis. And of course, it's a time-consuming process, but it's all underway, and we're finally going to get that stuff out to all those journeyman backers. So can't wait to make that happen for everybody.
Yeah, and moving into Tales of Legend, the new the Myth RPG. The campfire chats are back, and the last episode was about the kingdom of Canis. Ross and Jam were talking about that, and the next episode will be a continuation of that as well. So you can catch that on YouTube right now, and we will have the link in the show notes.
For Torg Eternity, we had the Torg or Treat event a couple of weeks ago. Thanks to everybody who participated in that. I know there was a lot of fun and some costumes and some crazy stuff going on, so thanks for participating. Last week, we had a 4-hour streamed event. It included prizes and giveaways, as well as an Aurora panel and a general RPG horror panel. And you can find that on YouTube. We'll post the link to that to be sure. Also, as part of the Aurora panel, we announced the Aurora crowdfunding date. You want to watch for that to begin on January 26th. So that's the next Cosm for Torg Eternity. That's Aurora. And January 26th will make that one happen. Now, Tharcold, the crowdfunding update for that, just about everything is in at the warehouse, and they're beginning to pick and pack to make those packages happen. We remain on track to have everything picked and packed and put on pallets by the end of this month, which is coming very fast. And should be in the U.S. in January for shipping out to backers. What can you tell us about cyber papacy?
So there are still a few backer archetypes that need to be finished on that. So if you backed at this level, or you know somebody that's backed at this level and has not gotten in touch with Greg and Daryl, please get in touch with them. Because by the end of this year, that's going to be our sort of drop dead date for those. So let's get those finished. And it looks like there was some comments here. Grey March asks, some people were asking if those Gospog threat cards, which were part of the Torg Retreat event, were going to be available for people that missed it. Yes, there are going to be ways to get that in the coming weeks. So pay attention to our website. We'll be doing some stuff there and offering things maybe for Cyber Monday. So yes, definitely ways to get those. Moving along, streams. So the Four Horsemen, or the Horsemen, is now every Tuesday at 5:30 Pacific on Twitch, followed up by their upload to YouTube. This game, of course, GM by J.M. DeFogie, and features Ross Watson as Lady Salvo, who is one of the Torg Eternity designers. This last week, it said, back into the belly of the beast. 2 of the horsemen, Anton and Lady Salvo, returned to the town. They just left to try to break the monks' hold on the mines. But what awaits them, and can just the 2 of them handle it? So you can catch that. That was actually last week's show, which should be available on yesterday's show, 2 days ago. Wow, I know what day it is. 2 days ago. And you can catch that last session on YouTube. In addition, the WebDM is doing Reality Raiders 3, which is our new 80s action-packed Torg Eternity game in partnership with WebDM, run by Rudy Basso. And you can catch that at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursdays at twitch.tv/WebDM, then later on YouTube.
Cool.
Tell us what's going on with Fading Suns, Tim.
So for Fading Suns, we were just talking with Bill this morning. He's very excited that virtually every book is finished in layout. And we've got... so far, the backers have received every feedback PDF for all of the books except for the Reeves Guild Imperial Dossier. That's the last one that needs to be done, which should be out in the next week or 2. Bill tells us that the Wave 2 books are written and nearly ready for layout. We were talking about specifics on production for some of those just this morning. And the third wave of books are in their beginning stages, and he's reviewing manuscripts and making notes to the various writers even now. So Fading Suns, I know that the feedback on the books is appropriately positive because they really are gorgeous and the material is great. Mm-hmm. I'm very proud of this particular game. I think Bill and the team have done a terrific job. They do have some streaming content. Robert, what's the word on that?
Yeah, so Bill and Andrew have continued to do their Heretical Musings show, which has been on Tuesdays, but we're actually going to move that to Thursdays to coincide better with the Fading Suns game that we've got on Thursdays. And so
even moving that is heretical, isn't it?
Yes,
That's
that's right.
heresy.
It's heresy. So that's now going to be on Thursdays. The next one's going to be Thursday, December 3rd. And in their last episode, they talked about the imperial dossiers that we've released. So we kind of flipped through the Earth Orthodox and House Hawkwood. Just kind of talk about what's in the book and some of the details. Although we skipped over some of the NPCs just because we don't want to spoil too much in case there's some players out there watching the show too. And so that was last week, and next time we should have the Reeves book, so we'll get into that. And we only made it like through halfway through like the character book, last month, and so we still got to pick up that so people can see some of the great art and just kind of learn some of the behind the scenes from Bill and Andrew.
Cool. We don't get. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, yeah, go for it.
Kacha, I just want to make sure that if we don't every week talk much about the progress on Space 1889 because it is so preliminary, but Daryl is moving forward with a lot of game conceptual and art conceptual ideas that he's shared, and we already have some initial art back that we're reviewing and creating that new art style for the game. So just rest assured that's very much moving forward, but because it is so early, we don't do a lot of we don't have much to show at this point, but when we do, we certainly will.
Yeah, and I've definitely been getting like a few questions here and there, on Facebook and Twitter and different places about Space 1889. So yeah, it's definitely moving along, but there's not a whole lot to show at the moment. Although Daryl was excited that he got some basically some art concepts that he could show to people, and he's really liking that. So once those are confirmed and we like what they look like, we might share some of those. Moving back to Fading Suns real quick, JM has no worries. JM has brought the crew of the Oh Boy back. So on Thursdays at 5:30 Pacific, the crew of the Oh Boy is running into problems. Tonight, the hits from the past keep on coming, with the crew needing to get off of Byzantium Secundus quietly. They discover that someone from their past hurts them, someone who wants them to suffer. Can they find out what shadowy figure or figures are pulling the strings and get off planet under the nose of the Inquisition? We'll see. So join us tonight at 5:30 Pacific. Next week we'll be running a rerun since it's Thanksgiving in the United States, but then we'll be on after that. So that about wraps us up. Pretty quick show today. Oh, next week, in 2 weeks on the 3rd. We will have Deanna Gilbert. She is one of our Torg designers, and we've been wanting to have her on for a while, but she just got a new job and timing hasn't worked out. But now it's kind of settled down, and so she has agreed to join us in 2 weeks on December 3rd to talk about her involvement in Torg and everything else that we do.
Awesome. Look forward to that.
All right, and G Shields in the chat says Space 1889 was something I did not know your company has the rights to now. Yeah, we've announced that a while back and have been kind of putting the details on it, but it's gonna be a while before we get that out fully. So I guess with that, everybody, thanks for watching the Ulysses World Show. If you'd like to chat more with Ulysses folks or other fans, please check out our Discord community. Put that in the chat. And if you like the show, please follow and subscribe to our channels on Twitch and YouTube and turn on those notifications so you don't miss anything. So for Ulisses Spiele, I'm Robert Adducci, and this is Tim Brown. Thanks for watching.
Thanks a lot, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.